Hi everyone, today what we're going to be doing is looking at our Google or Meta ads. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to push more people to the community and I want to see actually how, I suppose, effective the ads are. So if you're interested in joining or watching this, definitely join the community 7-day free trial. You can get involved and watch, I suppose, a bit more live of what's happening. So you can see here I already started it and decided I need to kind of make a video on this. So when it comes to Facebook ads, Meta ads, whatever you want to call it, I'm no expert in this. It's one area that I never really touch at a whole lot because I just find it sometimes very complicated how to get everything set up, and there's about 1,000,001 different moving parts. But what also makes it, I think, worse at times is Meta turns around and tells you what to do, what you should do, and you end up with something that you're not really sure of what you're even getting from it. So our purpose here, this is to get more people into the community, more trial members and purchase. Now I have this set up with my school pixel for Facebook. This is going to allow me to track obviously the kind of traffic we're getting to it. So with that, the first big thing is the campaign name. Now I just gave it a generic name, test ad for clicks and sales. That's all it is. Don't overcomplicate this. We're left everything else in terms of here, basically the way it is. I have this campaign objective for sales. I think this was the biggest problem, and this was something that I was struggled with the most the last time. I think the last time I ran this, I ran it for traffic. Got, I think, something like maybe 100 to 300 people actually on the page, if not maybe more, onto my about page. What ended up happening then is no one was really converting. So all I paid Meta for was to get people to my page. It did its job, and that's it. Again, it's no purpose, no benefit to me. So what I'm focused on this one is for sales. The reason is this is going to allow me to basically pay for what you get, and hopefully it kind of works out the way we want it. So again, campaign budget, that's what I'm setting overall. Ad set budget, again, you can set a different amount for the ad budget if you wanted it. So again, I'm just sticking to what they kind of have it set to recommendations as much as we go. Now this is the one part here, it's already telling me to spend a bit more if I want to get more results. No, I'm okay with spending a tenner for the time being to see what happens. I think that's key. We go on down through this. I think there's not really much more to do on this. So again, that is it set for I suppose this section. Again, if you're watching this, you're fully into Meta ads and you're screaming at the screen at this moment in time, comment, let me know where I'm going wrong. I would love to actually have a chat and obviously learn a bit more about how we can actually, or I suppose how I can improve this. So all I've done is click next, and I think this is the big area now. So we've come into a new sales ad set. I know a lot of people do this. They put their target audience, different things for the name of this. And again, I suppose as I start to grow, I will start to probably streamline a bit more of how we structure these and how we format them all a little bit better. You can see where conversion is the key thing here, and I think this is the big one. So we have obviously website, maximize number of conversions, which is recommended. We don't want to maximize for landing page views or clicks. We're looking for conversions. So as you can see, we have our data set connected. So this is my AI marketing hub. This is the pixel that's going to allow us to kind of track the conversion. So you can see here the conversion event is set to purchase. Now school, I think, offer purchase, I think it's sign up, and I think it's page views is the three main areas. Now I have a 7-day free trial, and my only question here is, will this come as a purchase or will it come as a start trial? Now I'm not really sure yet, and this might have to be adjusted as soon as I start getting actual people into it and I suppose signing up. Next step is I went down here and we basically didn't do anything here. We left it as the same thing. Again, start date is the same. Audience was, I used, where is it gone? Yeah, so I've got this from Evelyn Weiss's community. I'm part of that, and in there you have what is it? A tier 1, I think it is, countries. So all I've done is put in the tier 1 list. Again, see how it goes. We can eventually kind of refine this, and as long as we have some sort of, I suppose, numbers to work with. At this moment in time, I have very little numbers to work with. So again, I need to get from some sort of starting point. We have review requirements. I look at that, see what that is. That's down here somewhere. Yeah, so this is this one. So suggested audience, we're keeping that as is. Advertiser pair the details required for ads in the EU. Again, that's set up to the business. Again, it's not for financial, I think it is, and transfer ad details. Yeah, that's okay. Placements, I think this was another one that I changed. So I changed, again, sometimes it is just so complicated to see exactly what's happening here. What I done is basically remove some of the placements. So we don't want it showing up on, where is the content? On audience network, threads, or messenger. We're just focusing on Facebook and Instagram. And sometimes what happens is this little button is also ticked. So this is going to, you're after telling Meta, I think already, you don't want to show it on these ones. Then it turns around and ticks this box saying we're going to spend 0.5% anyway on it, on the ones you excluded. I think this is what annoys me. It's very hard to understand what's actually you're working on and what you're not working on. So again, look, I left everything as is. I'm not messing around with it. Simple reason is I don't know enough about it. So then we go to the next, and it comes to the actual creatives, I suppose. Now, for this, what I'm going to be doing is uploading, I think, 5 different static images. We're going to create this inside this ad set. This is going to allow me to kind of really understand what kind of content is getting more clicks. They are complete variations of one another. There's no pattern set out there. What I will do is I'll use my school community's about page as, I suppose, the text, and that's it. So you can see it's going to be on my 2 accounts here. Again, we're going to leave that here. Ad setup, we can do that in a minute. Manual upload, single image, which of course is we're doing. And then what I'll do is I'll make sure I put the URL into this for that. And I really don't think there's a massive amount. So what we'll do is we'll go up here and wherever it says create ad, so we can get started. Yeah, we'll just see what this is saying. Get started. Right, we'll get out of that one. I don't know, fancy going down that road. And we go straight down. I'll go over here and get my about page URL first. So you can see this is a school one, but again, I'll just go in here, copy that, and bring it down, paste it in. And again, it's website. That's the key thing. So this is where we're trying to push people to, the AI Marketing Hub. That's it. You can see it's pulling some of the information from it that we have at the moment. But for us, what we're going to do is we need to start actually setting up the creative. So we're going to go with image ad. And this is where I suppose we need to actually put in our information. So if we go to media, and you can see here I have a host of different images already, but what I'm going to do is hopefully upload all the images I have at the moment. So you can see all these ones are ready to go, and we're just going to put them all in. Key reason is it's just to have some sort of information, have some sort of starting point. And I've tried a load of different variations of these ads originally, so I don't want to have every single one of them. So you can see all the ads are loaded up. We're going to have some warnings here with it. So we're going to start with the first one. Then we go to the next. And text, what I'm going to use is similar text. Let's see, primary text. What I want to look like. Description. I'm sure there's a way that we can actually create all this a bit quicker, hopefully. So what I'll do is I'll pull some of the information maybe from this itself. So primary text, we go in here. Let's see what happens with this. And again, all I'm doing is call to action is learn more. Now, we don't want any of these to happen. So again, I don't want Meta to come along and mess around with these, because if it changes it to something completely different, what's going to happen is it's going to be very hard to understand what worked and what didn't work. We're going to keep it as is. Turn your images into this. Again, I don't want any of this done. Making sure nothing is set there for the time being. Visual touches up, text improvements, add animation. Again, we're not doing that. Add music. Yeah, I don't mind music being added to it. That's perfect here for the moment. Go to this. Right, so this, I suppose, is this ad's done. And what I need to do now is I need to potentially, I think, create a few different variations of this exact ad. So if we click X out of this, and hopefully it saved us. So you can see here, this is create. All we need to do now is duplicate it. I don't want to add a video. As I said, sometimes this is what irritates me. So we create 4 variations, I think, of it, and we just keep it as the original campaign. Right, so now, as I said, you can see we're doing the exact same thing. So all we're going to do now for each one of these is we're going to edit the actual image. So we're going to change the selections here, and we're going to go to this one. I'm going to go next. We're going to keep everything the same for the time being, and again, just making sure they're not as connected or selected. So it's not. That's perfect. Again, this is just a 9 the way this comes up. So again, next, again, no improvements there. We're adding music. We're going to click done, and we're then going to, hopefully that's that one done. And what I'm going to do is quickly just exit out of this because I want to see, is this, yeah, so you can see it's changed the second one. Now what we're going to do is edit the third one, and hopefully we can change the image in this one. And again, if it's a case you're watching this and you're there and you're like, easily you can change the images, just let me know. Obviously, because as I said, I'm not 100% familiar if this is the right way to do it or not. Again, we just go next. I think everything is going to stay the same. So we go next. Oh, again, done. So if I X hopefully out of that, and it didn't change, right? So I'm going to just refresh this quickly to see, have I made a mistake somewhere along the line? So we're in the ad set. The ads are there. So you can see we have 2 ads at the moment, basically here in draft. We have that one. We'll keep that one. We'll go in and edit this one, and we'll change the image altogether. So we'll go right down again, add media. There we go. And again, we just go in here, and we have that one. We have that one. I need to add this one. Next. Again, remove these yucks, which are just so annoying that you can't automatically remove it for us. And again, I know, look, this might be a bit of a drag for some people watching it, and aim here is to obviously get something that is going to work for us. We don't want to change anything else here with it. Then I think if I exit, I'm not sure if I preview to publish. Yeah, so these are okay. We go to the next one, and again, we're just changing the image. So we go to media, it's this one. And again, the reason I'm keeping the same, what's it called, the same title and heading and stuff like that, is I'm not testing any of them. I'm just testing the images here at the moment. I want to see what actually gets the click, what actually drives that, I suppose, person to join up or whatever the case. If I turn around and I change the text for all of these as well, I'm never going to really understand exactly which one is working, which one is not working, and I'm not sure which one is that done. So far we have one more to change here, and once I have this one changed, then I don't think there's any more to do. Add media, add image. I think you can get AI to do a lot of this for you if you wanted it as well, but as I said, for me at this moment in time, I just wanted to test and just see, I suppose, understand a bit more of how to actually do these ads yourself without actually just letting AI run off and do the whole lot of it for you. As I said, that's one of the most important things here, because at the end of the day, you need to be held accountable a little bit to what you do. So as you can see, I think that's all of them done. What I'm going to do is duplicate this once again, because I have one more that I want to throw into this. I'll just duplicate that one again. I want to change that image. So again, just delete it, add media, add image, and no video images obviously for this instance. And I think this was the last one. Again, pretty much the same thing. So as you can see, you have all the ads ready to go. All I'm going to do now is basically review and publish these, and that's it. Obviously I've nothing, well, I'll see, does it actually add it? So errors here on these ones. I think the errors with these are going to be the so can't be portrait again. So again, I don't mind that because it's not going to fit on every single platform. So what I'm going to do is just review and publish, see what happens with it again. And as I said, because we set this up to a tenner a day, I already have my account, I think, connected to all this. So technically everything should be up and running here. And what I'll do is I'll try and do another video in a few more days. And from there, what we'll do is see how it goes. So your campaign may get 0 results. Increasing your budget to 20 could get you 1 result per day. Again, I'm not changing anything for the time being. I just want to pretty much see does everything work, and does it actually drive, especially with the pixel, for my community, and overall see how it goes. So look, follow along. I know it might have been a bit of a slow slog there, I suppose, watching it, but I wanted to show you as real as I could, and hopefully, as I said, help people obviously in the same position to see, can you run Facebook ads for a specific purpose. So look, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope everyone has a great day.